Hey everyone, I want to talk about deflectors, people who deflect. And deflection to me, in my life, means that whether it's you or someone else, is an individual who, instead of taking responsibility for their actions, they would rather blame the likes of others for why they behave the way they do. And it's nothing but excuse after excuse after excuse as to why they reacted the way they did. I know deflectors. I have them in my life, but they are now currently at an arm's distance because I just choose to be around people who are conscientious, empathetic, compassionate, refrain from hurting other people's feelings, and really listen to and respect what you're saying to them, and they forego hurting your feelings. So let's just say you're in a family situation and you say to your mom, so and so and I are not getting along, my brother and I aren't getting along, and I do not want to be in the same room with him. I'll visit with you, but I just, it's got to be free and clear. It's got to be stress free, no bullshit, no drama. You might have a sibling that likes to argue all the time, or is an alcoholic or a drug addict or whatever, and you have done some work and you're like, I can't be a part of this anymore. And you are setting a boundary and you're making it clear what your needs, wants, and desires are. A deflector, or someone that refrains from taking responsibility, or someone who is not empathetic, compassionate, and has absolutely no desire to protect you, will consciously and unconsciously choose to expose you in order to bring pain into your life and in order to cause a disrupt. And they do this because they've made bad choices. They're in pain. They want you to be in pain too. And they don't want to see you succeed, get ahead. They are manipulative. They are controlling. It's all about me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. So what do you do with a deflector? It's important when it comes to being around someone who doesn't take responsibility, has never apologized, doesn't, has chosen to put you in sticky and uncomfortable situations. So you have to say to this person, and in my situation, I said to my mother, hey, I don't want to be around my sister for good reason. Everybody knew what the good reasons were. My sister had talked to my rapist. I said, I don't want to see her. I don't want to be in the same room. I gave my sister ample time to apologize, ample time to explain why she did what she did. And I told my mother consistently for months, I am not going to be in the same room with her. So believing that I would be safe, I chose to have a rummage at my mom's house because she's in a very well-populated area. And it took me weeks to get things, together, to price things, to get the tables, I spent a lot of money just getting tables for the setup and get there, and everything was fine and dandy. My mom and I were talking and hanging out, and my great niece was there, and she's so cute. We were just hanging out, and the next thing I know, this SUV pulls up on the street and parks in front of the house, and it's my sister. And I said, I need you to leave. And she says, I don't have to go. This is Mom's house. And I lost it. I had a panic attack, a nervous breakdown. All I felt was I was in a cage and I could not get out of there. I was screaming. The police were called. I lost it. I had specifically said, I don't want to see her. I was not emotionally, mentally, or physically prepared to see her. I was so distraught. I was a mess, and I called my guy who is now my husband, and I said, please come. But the problem is we live like half an hour, 40 minutes away. He had to hook the trailer up, and it took him a while to get there. And I could not believe what was happening. I said to my mom, please have her leave, please have her leave, please have her leave. And she wouldn't say anything. The cops were called, and the cops told me they talked to my mom, and she told them my sister didn't have to leave. So I was just stuck. And I left and I went home and my mom reached out and she says, well, and I said, I can't believe this happened. Well, I'm sorry and it's done. So let's just move on. Let's just get over it. What? Oh my gosh. So anyways, I have chosen to disconnect and I had to set a boundary for myself because it's not just when you're 50 years old and your parent is, or sibling, or aunt, or uncle, or grandparent, or friend, or spouse is making a decision to deflect. There's no time and place for it in my life. And it's not that I'm a cruel person, and it's not that I don't want to forgive, but in order for someone to forgive, there has to be a true acknowledgement where they say, I'm so sorry. But most important, my sister should have never known about this or about my rummage sale, or my mom should have said to her, don't come over this weekend. Lori's going to be here. She's going to be doing her rummage. This weekend's not a good time. Come some other time. But my sister felt entitled. She said, this is Mom's house. I can be there. My mom wouldn't tell her to leave. I was just in... It was just as bad as when I saw my rapist in court just a couple of months prior to that. So all I know is deflectors choose to bring about pain and they refrain from protecting you. Even after you stated to them, let's just say, you had been molested or touched by a family member or whatever happened in your life, and you've told your siblings, so-and-so has caused me pain. I don't want to be around them. I don't want them at my wedding. I don't want to be in the same room with them. If they're going to be at a family party, tell me. I won't show up. I'm not going to come. I'm not going to be in the same room with them. You have to just state that, and someone who loves you and cares about you says that will never happen, and they believe you. Someone that doesn't love and care about you and is a deflector will somehow find a way to bring that person into your space and cause you pain. So that's all I wanted to talk about. I am dealing with the situation at hand. I still don't know why my sister talked to my rapist. She won't tell anyone. And when I did confront her about it, she says, I'm too old for this shit. And when finally she was at the rummage, she came out to talk to me, and I was still at a level 10. She says, I'm not going to talk to you because you so-and-so. So she had an opportunity, and she still... And then she brought my kids up. She's like, your kids, you don't even care about your kids, and your kids don't even talk to you. Really? And that's why you have to stay away from deflectors, because they will bring other people in not only to hurt you, but to really hurt you. And that's all there is to it. So stay away from deflectors. If you're a deflector, stay the hell away from me. I have no desire to be around you, and most important, try to work on yourself. There's nothing greater than becoming self-aware, becoming free, dealing with your past traumas, dealing with your past pains, and living a better life. So that's all I wanted to talk about, and I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.